Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Manifest Season 3, Episode 1. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So, y'all, before we get into this new season, let's kind of, recap what happened last season. Michaela got shot because Jared and Zeke were fighting over a gun. Cal was having all these callings about some shadowy dudes, and we didn't find out what that was like towards the end of the season. Olive, she got involved with like a cult-like situation. Grace, she was getting callings via the baby. Since the baby couldn't do anything about the callings, we gotta rely upon Grace to figure out what things is going on. Sanvi's therapist turned out to be the major herself, just, lying and getting all kind of information from Sanvi. Now, the shadowy dudes that Cal had seen last season, they were bank robbers, and the Collings was telling Michaela to let them go. But Michaela, being the officer, she's like, no, I'm not about to do that. She arrested them anyways, and then they escaped. They kidnapped Cal. It was a whole situation. They were on the lake, ready to do whatever they was going to do to Cal when lightning struck. Was able to save Cal. Zeke, he was starting to freeze all over again. So it's like, okay, this ain't cool. You've been back for, a year and some change. So now, it's been a year and some change. So now you freezing over again. But he was able to thaw out, and he was cool. And we was like, yes, we happy about this. Now we starting off this new season. Ben, he is in, I believe, he is in Havana, Cuba, looking for clues to this drawing of this boat that Cal had made. It was about a calling. When Cal has a calling, or any of us have a calling, we have to, jump upon it and get things done. Then the calling is Ben, Michaela, and Cal and some mysterious woman. They was all looking all bright and glowy, and they was looking frightened and everything. So it was okay, what's good? What is going on? Now, Ben finds the fisherman who they found the piece in Cuba. It's I was well, how did they get that piece? Because in season 1, after everybody got back, a good portion of everybody who was on flight 828 went to the plane, and they saw it blow up. So how's this piece over here in Havana? They was basically we don't know what you talk about. Who are you? But when he presented that big old wad of cash, they was ready to tell any and everything. So Ben, he sees this, and when he goes to touch the doggone tail, the tail fin of the plane, he gets knocked back several feet, and they looking oh snap. What's good? While this is going on, some little boy got his phone out, just doggone videoing the whole entire thing. I was this is going to be on YouTube. This is going to be on Facebook. This is not a good situation for your boy Ben. Now, Ben came through nothing happened. He on the phone, he on the microphone with Vance yeah, I'm good. He hey, fisherman dudes, hey, ain't that weird? I just tripped like that, and that's trip like that. Bro, you got flew back. You didn't fall back on your back. You got flung back. Now, the little boy who had taken the video of, getting catapulted back from touching the tail fin of the plane, what does he do? Naturally, I gotta go show my friends what I just saw. And while he's doing that, the police come up. Now they done confiscate little boy's phone, and I want to see what he looking at. So now the police at there, they wanting him to touch it again. Show me what you just did, because on this phone right here, it showed you touching this and you getting flung back. What's good? Okay, where am I at? Okay. So Ben is I don't know what you're talking about. That's just some tricks and all that. That's just editing and all that stuff. But something weird going on with Ben's hand. It was looking like it was glowing, it's a little bit of see-through. It didn't look right. But when Ben touches it again, he touches it, don't nothing happen. So he's see, I told y'all. That was just editing and all that. So you could do all that stuff now. The police dude was yeah, something ain't right. Well, something is going on here. My spidey senses is going off. And this is when Vance and his dude, they rush in, to save the day. Because we can't have the police, interfering with we got the Cuban police interfering with we got going on over here. Okay, we need to get this piece back to the United States. quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now, Michaela and Zeke, they are looking for this missing girl. Like the same calling that they had. We got to find this missing girl. Turns out she's about 2 hours away from where they are on their honeymoon. So I was like, okay, let's go. They talked to one of her friends, and she was like, yeah, she was like very paranoid that somebody was following her, that somebody was watching her, that somebody was trying to get her. And they had went to the girl's mom and daddy's house earlier, and it was like, yes, we were so saddened when she left and all that other stuff. But she said she was going back to New York. They was like, we were so worried about her. But when they go talk to the friend was like, yeah, that girl was paranoid out of her mind. She didn't know what was going on next. But like when they was like, well, we talked to her friend, it's like, well, her friend don't know anything. She went back to New York. But nobody followed her. I was like, but daddy, what's going on? Because we seen little clips and scenes of the girl looking like she trapped somewhere and frightened. We can't really see what is going on, but whoever's got her trapped, they're at least giving her some food. Like, I mean, I guess that's the least they can do if you kidnapping somebody. But I was like, what's wrong with the daddy? Girl, what is wrong with my hair? I call myself having like this, and I be forgetting that when I cut my hair, it don't fall like it wanted to fall. But anyways, daddy like, wasn't nobody following her. Her friend don't know nothing. So they was like, you sound like you suspicious. Now, Ben and Vance, they are in their car. They are rolling with this tail fin, and Vance's dude, his like right hand man, he driving a truck. They trying to get this tail fin back on the plane and get it to the United States. But he knows that they will shoot this plane out of the sky. So look here, you take this ring, you get this to my wife. I'm going to take this tail fin and I'm going to run somewhere else. You get yourself home. Now, I don't know if it's just this is a ring that like, this is my last piece of whatever it is in case I don't make it home type of situation. Is it encrypted with something? I don't know. But Vance, he takes off with the truck. Doesn't get far, but it was like, okay, enough for Ben to get on the plane and get back to his family and all that other stuff. So Michaela, she starts to have a calling, so she's like, can I go use the restroom? As she's walking off, I guess Zeke senses that something is off, so he has a I'm falling out type of situation to give Michaela enough to go, snoop around. And she's getting close to, the girl that's being held captive is like something is going on to where it's so strong and like a calling upon her that she is like almost ready to pass out. Find out the Raggedy mom and daddy got this girl locked up. Now I guess I'm only guessing, this in their weird, creepy, and just plain out wrong way, this is their way of like protecting their daughter, because the daughter's over here acting not like herself. She's thinking it's this year and it's not this year and all this other stuff going on. So they thought it is, okay, we helping our daughter, by keeping her locked up. I guess that was their plan, but I was like, y'all are playing raggedy for that. Y'all could go like get her to like a mental facilities. I mean, I know y'all supposed to be religious people, but we not gonna get into that conversation. But like, I don't know, I'm not gonna get into that conversation either. But they was able to get, the young lady out. Like, Cal, he'd already said, okay, I'm getting my room together because daddy bringing somebody home. And it turned out it was this young lady who's being held captive by her mama and daddy. Now, back in New York, the Major's daughter had been showing up looking for Michaela. I was like, okay, what's she looking for Michaela for? She was like, she was adamant about that. Michaela on her honeymoon, the police lady there was like, I can't tell you where she is, when she's coming back. I can't give you none of that information. Jared, he ear hustling and all that stuff. Side note, I forgot to mention, last season, we thought Jared was like, turning against, the family and the 828 because he was working with some people who were against the 828, but come to find out he was really going undercover. So we was happy that Jared just didn't, turn ugly on us like that. But yeah, it's the Major's daughter. She's like, my mama she finally talks to Jared, and she's like, when I came here earlier, I realized that you look like you was concerned. Like the DOJ, nobody seems to be concerned about my mama. And I think it has something to do with her work from that, the 828 people. It's the Major's daughter. Now, y'all remember last season, after Sanvi figured out that the major was her fake therapist and that her fake therapist took all of her research, stole it, and basically got her kicked out of the hospital. So now she working at like a urgent care facility. Like, I think that's just a front, because she got somebody like one of Vance's team members in the back room with the, authorized personnel at where all the medicine is supposed to be at. He back her doing what he need to do. So I think this may be a front to where she can still work medicine and look like she's doing something, but all the while this is where we got headquarters set up. But yeah, now y'all remember last season, I know I keep on saying that, when Sami found out that the major was fake therapist, she went up to her and was like, grabbed her arm and kind of sort of poisoned her a little bit. And she was like, okay, if you give me this information, I'll give you the antidote. But like the major was starting to, freak out and all that other stuff, and the antidote broke. So I don't think that the major is with us anymore. What happened to her and her body is, I don't know. Sami knows, and I'm pretty sure Sami is like, it's like doing something to her head, like, even though you was evil and all that other stuff, and you stole my research and I don't know what you was gonna do with it, I'm still bad, upset that, I'm the one that took your life type of situation. So Ben and Michaela talk, and he believes that they did not make it on the flight. He was like, just think about it. Like, those one dudes from, like, was that season 1 where they had robbed a bank and dude was in the water for like a whole day or so. And then when they finally pulled the truck out, like, he woke up and he lived for like a day or so. Zeke died and was like gone for like a year or so. And then like came back and then, died like a year or so later. So like, what if we died on that plane? Like, what is good? But I was like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm always thinking with this show, because I was like, if y'all was dead, then how did Grace get pregnant? Was this whole mission for y'all to stay alive just for Grace to like get pregnant some years later? Like, the twist and turns of this show, I'm not even gonna try to figure. I'm not gonna put my brain mental capacities into place to figure out what's going on in the show. But I do know that I am loving this show. Still love it from the first episode to this episode, season 1, episode 1, to season 3, episode 1. I am still here for the show. But y'all, that was basically the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free $99. Make sure your notifications are on, so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. Now, this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.